It's a cold, crisp morning at the historic airfield. The sun casts long, soft beams across the concrete runway, illuminating a silhouette that has survived the ravages of time. There, partially hidden by overgrown grass and scattered debris, rests the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944, a legendary fighter designed by the brilliant engineer Dr. Karl Kollmann. Its matte black fuselage, once feared in the skies of Europe, now sits silently, its propeller dulled by decades of neglect, the cockpit canopy cracked and faded, the Luftwaffe markings barely visible through the layer of dust and corrosion. This is not just an aircraft, it is a living testament to engineering genius, a mechanical legend waiting for rebirth. Every rivet, every panel, every inch of this warbird tells a story of power, precision, and history. Today, it is our mission to restore it fully, to awaken it from decades of slumber, and to show the world the iconic fighter as it once dominated the skies. The sheer tactile beauty of polished aluminum, combined with the dark, imposing presence of its matte black body, will captivate anyone who watches. As our restoration begins, the camera captures the initial wide shot, the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944, sitting abandoned in the field, sunlight glinting off fragments of its worn panels. Mechanic gloves snap as they are pulled on. Tools are laid out meticulously beside the aircraft, and the faint wind carries the sound of rustling grass. A gentle brush begins to sweep over the dusty fuselage, dislodging decades of dirt, and each stroke produces a satisfying, almost hypnotic sound. The propeller, though still, reflects the early morning glow, as if hinting at the power still trapped within. The camera slowly pans from the nose to the tail, capturing every detail of rivets, panel seams, and the small imperfections that tell the story of a fighter that has seen countless flights and battles. At this stage, every movement is slow, deliberate, and designed to evoke an emotional connection with viewers. It is in these intimate, detailed moments that ASMR experiences thrive, the soft brush against metal, the clinking of tools, the subtle vibration of the aircraft as small adjustments are made. If you're enjoying this detailed journey of aviation restoration, don't forget to subscribe now to witness every stage of this legendary rebuild. The next step is careful cleaning. Low-pressure water sprays across the wings, washing away years of accumulated grime. Foam spreads slowly over the fuselage, dripping gently, and the camera captures the patterns as water flows over the matte black panels, revealing the smooth aluminum underneath. Cotton swabs detail the rivets and cockpit frame, and even the landing gear, previously sunken in mud, emerges with polished clarity. Every motion is deliberate. A brush moves across the propeller, wiping away dust and grime. A microfiber cloth caresses the nose cone. The ASMR sound of water trickling and soft brushing provides a calming rhythm, an auditory reflection of the visual transformation. The cockpit canopy is lifted slowly, hinges creaking softly, and dust rises like a gentle haze as the interior is exposed. Seat removal, panel lifting, and instrument disassembly are all performed with precision. The camera focuses on these tactile movements, emphasizing the textures of worn leather, faded paint, and oxidized metal. Each action conveys a story of restoration that is as much about patience and care as it is about engineering. Once the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944 has been cleaned, the dismantling of the interior begins. Instruments, wiring, and control surfaces are removed with delicate precision. The camera captures macro shots of tiny screws being loosened, the soft clinks of metal as they are carefully set aside. Rudder pedals are detached, cockpit floor plates lifted, and the bare aluminum frame revealed. Dust particles float in the soft workshop light, catching in the slow pans as the empty cockpit waits for the next stage. Each movement is unhurried, designed to showcase the textures, the mechanics, and the sense of tactile satisfaction that comes from careful restoration. It is here, in the quiet of the hangar, with tools aligned neatly on benches and the sound of gentle air circulation, that the fighter's rebirth begins. Macro shots highlight the intricate details of rivets, structural ribs, and the slight warping of panels, details that speak to decades of history. The audience is drawn into the intimate world of the mechanic, who approaches each task with both reverence and technical precision. With the cockpit stripped, attention turns to the engine and undercarriage. The Daimler-Benz DB605 engine, exposed and weathered, is methodically inspected. Cylinders are removed, pistons brushed free of carbon deposits, and valves reseated. Each mechanical component receives careful lubrication, the camera capturing the sheen of oil on metal surfaces and the rhythmic motion of hands working slowly and precisely. The landing gear is polished, brake lines flushed, and wheels balanced, every action captured in slow motion to emphasize the tactile ASMR satisfaction. The engine is carefully lowered back into the fuselage, bolts tightened sequentially with audible clicks. The Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944 begins to take shape again, the marriage of mechanical precision and tactile craftsmanship becoming increasingly apparent. Workshop lighting highlights the depth of the matte black paint and the polished metallic textures beneath. Every sound, the brushing, the soft metallic clinks, the gentle hum of fluid movement, creates a calming auditory experience for the viewer. Bodywork begins with sanding and surface preparation. Dents are gently hammered out, panel seams smoothed, and the surface wiped down with solvent. Primer is sprayed in slow, even passes, and the camera lingers on the transformation from dulled, scratched metal to smooth, prepared surface. Matte black paint follows, applied with precision, covering the fuselage in even layers. Panel edges receive meticulous detailing, and Luftwaffe markings are masked and sprayed carefully, each stroke deliberate and visually precise. The soft glow of curing lamps highlights every curve of the fuselage, the subtle reflections emphasizing the fighter's power and elegance. At this stage, the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944, begins to exude the aura it had decades ago. Polishing follows, with cloths moving in slow, circular motions over wing surfaces, propeller blades, and landing gear struts. Every frame captures both motion and texture, creating a deeply satisfying visual and auditory experience. The restoration is no longer just a technical process, it is a resurrection. As final assembly continues, instruments and control surfaces are reinstalled. The cockpit comes alive again, with gauges shining under workshop lights. The canopy is mounted, the propeller polished to a mirror-like finish, and bolts across the airframe tightened with precise torque. The camera focuses on macro details, the texture of the control stick, the sheen of polished rivets, the subtle reflections in canopy glass. Each motion is slow, deliberate, and highly tactile, perfect for ASMR-focused viewing. With every component returned to its rightful place, the aircraft emerges as a complete, functional fighter. The Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6, 1944, engineered by Dr. Karl Kollmann, now stands ready to reclaim its legendary presence. The final cinematic reveal begins with a slow, sweeping walk-around of the fully restored fighter. Camera angles transition smoothly from nose to tail, capturing reflections across the matte black fuselage, the precision of the markings, and the polished propeller spinning slowly. The aircraft taxis gently on the runway, the subtle vibration of the wheels and slight side-to-side sway captured in macro shots. The ASMR experience is amplified by ambient wind noise, the gentle hum of mechanical movement, and the tactile visuals of polished metal surfaces. As the camera pans upward, the aircraft runs down the runway, looking in all directions, showcasing the design genius of Dr. Karl Kollmann. The combination of historical authenticity, mechanical precision, and cinematic presentation provides viewers with an immersive experience unlike any other. Each moment of this restoration tells a story, from abandoned, rusted, and forgotten to fully restored, gleaming, and alive. The Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6 1944 demonstrates the incredible craftsmanship of Dr. Karl Kollmann, capturing the imagination of aviation enthusiasts and ASMR lovers alike. The soft, deliberate sounds of brushing, polishing, tightening, and spraying, combined with the slow-motion cinematography, create a unique, calming, and emotionally satisfying experience. Every rivet, every panel seam, and every control surface is showcased with care, reinforcing the aircraft's legendary status while providing viewers with tactile immersion in the art of restoration. As the aircraft taxis across the runway in the golden morning light, the propeller spinning and the airframe vibrating gently, we see the true legacy of Dr. Karl Kollmann. The fighter's presence is commanding, its matte black finish absorbing light in some areas and reflecting it in others, emphasizing curves, panel lines, and rivets. The camera captures the cockpit from multiple angles, showing reflections of clouds, light glinting across instruments, and the motion of the pilot as minor rudder adjustments create subtle shifts. Dust rises softly from the runway, heat haze ripples along the asphalt, and ambient wind adds to the realism. Each visual and auditory detail has been carefully orchestrated to maximize ASMR satisfaction, drawing viewers into the tactile and emotional world of aircraft restoration. The journey of the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6 1944 has been extraordinary. From abandoned war relic to fully restored legend, ready to run down the runway, scan its surroundings, and command attention once again. The slow, cinematic reveal emphasizes the aircraft's legendary engineering, the tactile satisfaction of every restoration step, and the immersive ASMR experience that leaves viewers both relaxed and captivated. If you've enjoyed this incredible restoration journey, remember to subscribe to follow more legendary aircraft rebuilds, deep dives into aviation engineering, and exclusive ASMR restoration content. In conclusion, the Matte Black Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6 1944, engineered by Dr. Ingenieur Karl Kollmann, stands not only as a restored fighter, but as a monument to precision, artistry, and historical significance. Its revival on the runway demonstrates the fusion of engineering brilliance and careful, tactile restoration. Every panel, every rivet, every motion of the aircraft communicates the meticulous care invested by the team. With a polished fuselage, fully functional engine, and precision-engineered components, it's ready for cinematic runs, runway showcases, and breathtaking ASMR-focused sequences. This restoration is more than a rebuild. It's a tribute to aviation history, mechanical artistry, and the enduring legacy of one of the greatest fighter designs ever created. For the next video, we will explore another rare aviation legend, revealing secrets of its design and performing a full ASMR-style restoration that highlights every metallic curve, cockpit detail, and engine component with the same slow, immersive style that you've come to love. Prepare to witness another timeless aircraft legend reborn and be ready to experience it like never before. Next, we take on another rare aviation legend, uncovering its secrets and restoring every panel, rivet, and cockpit detail. Prepare to experience history, precision, and ASMR like never before.